beautiful people. So if you're new here, welcome to your YouTube channel. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for tuning in. So today I'm going to be talking about how I did my German exams. Deutsch, for now I have B2, but I'm going to talk about how I did my A1, B2, B2, how I did my A1 and how, yeah. So, my A1, I wanted to go and register at Goethe Institute, but by the time I was going, it was already fully booked, almost to the middle of the year. I think that was in 2012. And so I just went to funny looking one. It was really, we were only 4 students and they paid, I think, 3,000 Kenyan shillings for a whole month, which is really, really, I might say, cheap if you compare it to Goethe. But then again, in comparison to how the lecturers were, if you compare this cheap one option to the Goethe option, Goethe is a little bit higher experience-wise and lecture-wise, and yeah, in general, Goethe is a bit expensive, but it's the sure bet, and this cheaper one, it was, yeah, because I had no choice because I registered slightly late. So I was in this, I'm not going to say the name, it was in the middle, I think it was almost by bus station. Those who come from Kenya, they know where bus station is. So I went there for a whole month, and then I booked for my Goethe exam. So on the day of the exam, I was supposed to be there really, really early. So I woke up early, dressed up, took everything I needed. I think we needed an ID card and a copy of the ID card, and I think a photo. I'm not sure, but what I'm pretty sure about, you needed the original ID card and a copy of the ID card. So I went with it to the exam room, and yeah. So you start A1. Yeah, of course, when you're a beginner, it can be a little bit challenging. Jesus Christ. So, excuse me. If you're a beginner, it can be really challenging, even if it's A1. For me right now, A1 is on the lighter side because, yeah, I'm good at German. I'm not perfect, but I'm good at German now. But for a beginner, A1, that's an exam is an exam. So I'm telling you, I was so freaked out. My heart, I could hear my heart pumping in my chest, and my stomach was, I was full of emotions. So, so we got there and we were subdivided into different groups. So I'm going to talk about my group. So my group came, the time for my group came in. So it's starting with, I think, speaking, writing, and then we were listening, if I got it right. So on the speaking part, let me tell you something. Whoa. We were in a group, I think we were partnered 2 by 2 by 2. So when I was in a group of 6, we were partnered. So my partner, she was a little bit advanced, and that was a little bit a disadvantage for me because she was asking me such difficult questions until the examiner told her, hey, excuse me, you're a beginner, so choose something that's, it's not too difficult. You're a little bit advanced, so don't choose something complicated. So yeah, that's that. You ask questions, you start by introducing yourself. You're given a piece of paper with the details, what you're supposed to ask, yeah, the things you're supposed to ask or what you're supposed to say. So it's just words. So you form sentences by yourself. They're just words. So yeah, words examples of what's supposed to include in your sentences or in your questions. So after the speaking part, we had a little bit of a break, and then we went to the hören, schreiben. Oder wie war das? Nein, umgekehrt. Also in another way. We start with introduction, also speaking, also sprechen, hören, schreiben. Genau. Speaking, listening, writing. So after the speaking part, we were given a little bit of a break, and then came the listening and the writing part, if I'm not wrong, because this was really a long time ago. Maybe things have changed now in Goethe, because I did my exam in 2012. So I'm just saying what's happened when I was doing the exam. So we came to the list, to the writing part. So for me, that was not that much challenging. Actually, for me, the speaking part was the most challenging for me. So the writing part was not that challenging. Yeah, there's a dative, active, and there's a blah, blah, blah. You know, it's also studied German. You know how difficult it can be. But up until now, for me, that's this accusative, dative, blah, blah, blah. That's, I just speak as long as people understand. Anyway, that aside. So, and then came the hören, listening part. I'm telling you, yeah. The speaker was speaking really fast. I think it was a recording in a radio or something. So I just, thank God I could grasp a few words here and there. So yeah, that was also okay. Then the writing part, that was, for me, that was, I would say that was the easiest part for me, the writing part. Not that easy, also not easiest, I may say, because as a beginner, nothing is easy. So that came, that passed. And then the worst part, everything is finished, waiting for the results. So I remember, I think I got an email saying that the results are finished for collection or are ready for collection. So that day I did not tell anyone I was going to pick my certificate. So I just woke up, took a shower, dressed up, took my phone, and I was out of the house. So I went to town, and then to town I walked to Goten. So in Goten there was a line of people outside, so you're just waiting for your turn, crossing fingers and blah blah. So when it reached my turn, because I think the one who was before me, the people who were before me, they said, if you see a green certificate, no, you failed. If you see a pink one, you've passed. So I was just going inside there in the office, crossing my fingers, thinking, please God, let me pass this exam. So, and then the examiner is paging through. Then I saw he stopped by pink, and I was, oh my God, I passed the exam. So he took my paper and said, congratulations, you passed the exam. Let me tell you something. The pass mark for the exam was 60 out of 100. And did you know how much I got? 61 out of 100. So a point above, I just said, it doesn't matter if it's 61 or 60 point half, as long as I reached the pass mark and I got my certificate, yeah? So I was so excited. Immediately I started writing to people, hey, I passed the exam. Then I got congratulatory messages. So, and yeah, that's it for my A1 exam and my A1 certificate. It was a little bit difficult to be challenging because I was a beginner. I had nobody to practice with. I was in this funny looking school. It was the cheapest I could get. Actually, it was my fault because I was being told, go register, and say, I have time. Then by the time I go to register, but I was already fully booked until middle of 2012. And in this 2012, I already had an au pair family, and I was already supposed to have my German exam certificate for the embassy. So, yeah, that's that. That's how I got my A1 certificate. And this A1 certificate is the one that's needed if you want to get a visa for Germany, let me say for au pair, in my case, because I was an au pair, you need A1. Without that, forget it. You can have you can have the how's it called? You can have the contract, you can have insurance, you can have everything, but without the A1 certificate, you can forget about your appointment. So fast forward. Now I have a level B2. Yeah, and for this B2 I did it. So I was lucky enough that break. So hi guys, sorry about that. My husband needed me for your other question. He wanted me to help me look for something. And it was right there by him, but yeah. You know, they say men don't see anything, only the wives can see. So, as I was saying, I have a B2 certificate. And in my case, I had the luck because my husband's sister is a German teacher and she's also an examiner here in Austria. So, before I came, that was 2016, I came in as my husband, then fiancé, had invited me for 3 months to stay on a tourist visa. So I came, and then in these 3 months that I was there, the first 2 months, I studied intensive German. My sister-in-law helped me really big time. So I was going to school this period of time. Actually not school, because I was supposed to be going to school. So my sister-in-law was already helping me study really hard. So she was, so she helped me study hard. My husband, then boyfriend or fiance, was also a really big help, because he told me this whole 3 months I'm going to be here before I sit the exams, he's only going to talk to me in German, and I should try my best to answer him in German, which really helped me. So, and also, I was also a pair, as I told you, I was also an au pair in Austria, in Vienna, but I only spoke English to the kids, not German. So with my husband, he told me, these 3 months you're here, try your best to talk, or I'll only be talking to you in German, and you answer me also in German, because that is really going to help you. That's really going to build your German vocabulary and give you confidence when you're going to the exams by talking, writing, and also listening. So yeah, that's what we did. So with the help of my sister-in-law and my husband, I studied, because my sister-in-law also, it is this ÖSD, Österreich, Schweiz, Deutsch. Yeah. So it's this exam. So she also gave me these books, example books, where I could see the examples of the how the exam was going to look like. So I studied really. I gave it my all, my best. They said I have to pass the exams, because by then my husband and I, my then fiance, had already decided we were going to get married. And I already had A1, but I just wanted to have this B2, because that's a really sure bet that you're really good in German. And yeah, so I studied hard, and then the day for the exam came, the same. Woke up, prepared, we were also in groups. So we started with, this time it was the other way around, not like in Goethe. This time it was the other way around. It was first listening, writing, and then speaking. Also hören, schreiben und dann nachher sprechen. So this time, because I was already a little bit advanced, I was really advanced, I would say. If I compare myself with the A1 exam and this B2 exam, I was really good at it. So we did it, yeah. After the exam, so you just give your address there, and then I went home. So it was in Villach. Those who live in Austria know Villach, and I'm in another city. So you give your address there, and then you leave. So I think after a week or two, I got a mail, and in the mail it was the German certificate, and I was like, oh my god, I hope I passed. And I think this, if I'm not wrong, they're out of 300. If I'm not wrong, yeah. If it's not 300, I'm going to leave a description in this video, the pass mark, but if I'm not wrong, it's 300. And I got 275 or 78, I'm not sure. I'll leave it in the, I'll write it here along the video, about 300. I'm telling you, I was really stoked, really happy, and I was so glad, and I was so thankful to my sister-in-law and to my husband for really not giving up and helping me learn the German that I needed for the embassy and for my papers. So guys, that is it for how I did my German and how my German exam went. So if you have any questions or anything, you can write to me in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer you. So until then, that's it for it, guys. Please don't forget, Jesus. Yeah, hallelujah, sorry. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in my next video.